top of the morning. Y'all see it. You know, I figured I would not go live. I'm just gonna make a regular video. So regular vlog. So real quick update. This is what we're in. So we in April now? Damn. So what happened at my other job at Fenway? So I was working at Fenway, right? I'm supposed to turn here, I think. So basically I got suspended back in February, like the middle of February, end of February. I got suspended at the new job, right? And the reason why I got suspended was because, so they had me working as a porter slash front desk slash at the arcade, aka what do they call it? The Redemption. So one night I was working at Redemption, right? And this is like late night. I think this is like a Thursday, Friday, maybe during the weekend. And a group of ladies show up. You know, they were pretty bad too. Beautiful ladies. They show up, and they're like, one of them comes up to me like, "Hey, so can I grab one of these gifts?" I said, "Yeah, sure." They're about 700 points. And I take her arcade card, swipe it on the computer, and it like her points come up short. I think she only had like 100 and something points. Oh fuck! I gotta cross the street. Wait. Yeah, she had like 100 and something points. I don't know if y'all can hear me with all the traffic. And I tell her, yeah, you don't have that many points. And she's like kind of disappointed. I don't have enough. And it's like one of them light up spiky footballs, 700 points, which equals up to $7. And she goes, "Oh man, I really wanted that." I said, "Okay, you know what? I pull out one of my arcade card, which my own arcade card had thousands of points on it. I had like 7,000 points, and I used that card so I could pay out of my own shit, so I could pay it for her." I was like, "Yeah, I think I got enough points on my arcade card." And meanwhile, mind you, I had this card for years at the other location. I'm not gonna say where I was working at. I don't know if you figured it out where I was working at yet, but I'll make a new video for another time. Hope I'm close to it. I'm on my way to one of my other jobs right now. I'm just cleaning up a restaurant for the week. But she was so happy. She came right behind the counter, gave me a nice hug. And mind you, this was like around January this happened. Cut to the middle of February. I was scheduled in to work the Friday and Saturday, right? For that week around February. I come in on Friday to work Redemption Friday. For 7 o'clock, I come in like 6:50, whatever. And they told me, "Yo, before you clock in, before you get ready at the lockers, make sure you talk to Chris." Okay, that's one of my managers, because we got two different managers named Chris. Yeah, talk to Chris, whatever. He's gonna be in the office. I go in the office. I'm in the office for an hour. I go in the office, it's just Chris alone. The door's locked. I'm like, "What's going on?" He's on the phone with this guy. I'm on the phone, well, with two of us on the phone. And dude's driving up mad slow, yo. Like real slow, like My hands are getting cold. But he's driving no, back to the story. So Chris and I on the phone with some dude. He's like one of the higher ups in this location of this establishment, I should say. Am I even close by? And he's like, yeah, he's going through everything. He's like, yeah, I noticed. I'm looking at the system. Your name is this. Your date of birth is this. Your address is this. I'm like, yeah, correct. You've been working there since like the end of December. I said, yeah, that's true. That's true. He's got going through all of my shit. Yeah, I see they've been having you all over the place, like you're a porter, front desk, redemption positions. I was like, yeah, true. Then he's like, going over stolen items and all that shit. And I'm like, okay, I already went through all this stuff with the managers and the head honchos and shit over the meetings. And I'm like, why are you telling me about stolen? Every time I see a not stolen items, but like lost items, I make sure I go to the office. Anyway, then he'd start asking me about that night when I gave. He's asking me. He asked me like on three different occasions if that customer, that guest, if I knew the guest, if she was a friend of mine, a family member or something. I'm like, no, I've never met the guest a day in my life. And it's truthful, I never met her. It's like, oh, why were you, I'll stop here. Like, why did you do this? And why did you use your card? So I was like, I kind of made something up. I was like, oh, well, when I scanned her card, I didn't want to tell them, oh, she didn't have enough points, so I just used mine. I just said, well, I scanned her card and, her card didn't register or whatever. Or I thought it didn't register. I thought it did register and it didn't. So I just swiped my card. Oh, I see you had that card since 2024 at a different location at assembly near the seaport. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I did get that. So he's telling me, oh, are you aware that people at Redemption aren't supposed to have arcade card? Or he used a different name for it, but it's basically arcade cards. We're not supposed to. And I'm like, what? Morning. So he's like, yeah. I'm like, I wasn't aware of that. Oh, did you sign the book? And I'm like, they didn't give me no book. Mind you, I'm new. I'm still new at this point. This was like 2 months in working at this, and I hate working corporate jobs. I hate working corporate. They had me working there from the end of December. Almost 2 months, man. A month and a half. And he's like, oh, yeah, so people at Redemption aren't supposed to have their own arcade cards. So he's like, oh, so we're $1 billion company. And he says this like multiple times. Oh, we're $1 billion company. And that 7,000 points is, basically $7. And you owe us $7. And he's on the phone while Chris is just sitting there. And then I had to write a whole report right there in the office. I had to write a whole report on like what happened, why I did it, and this, that, and the third. So I was like, I don't want any legal problems. I'm not going to nothing's happening for over $7. Then he's asking me, you don't have to do it, but are you willing to pay the $7? I'm like, fine, that's okay. They send me a letter, by the way. We're in April now, so I think the beginning of March they sent me the letter. Yeah, it was like March 3rd or some shit, or March 5th. They sent me that letter. Oh yeah, so you're gonna have to pay $7. So I was like, whatever. I left an hour and a half goes by. Well, before I left the office, I talked with Chris. He's like, he's still talking to the guy, and he's telling him he's on the phone with him. I can't hear what they're saying. All I hear Chris saying is, that understood, yeah, yeah. So, what was he saying? Yeah. So yeah, I will look for a different position for him. I'll look for something different for him. So I'm thinking maybe he'll. Sorry. I'll look for something. Maybe he's gonna have me working solely porter, and then that's it. Just a porter, and then just have me on the schedule like either porter and like bar back or bartender or something. I've been asking to be a bar back for a minute. Since January, the beginning of January, I was like, yeah, have me as a bar back. And they're like, we'll see what we can do. I'm like, all right. Then I asked again. That one time I was supposed to work on a Wednesday, and they asked me not to show up because they weren't busy. But they asked me, like, they hit me up 30 minutes before I was supposed to, but I showed up anyway. I was like, fuck it. But yeah, he's like, yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have you so basically you're under suspension and this, that, and the third. We'll give you an update. I was like, okay, I'll let you know. This is February, we're in April. He still haven't mentioned, he didn't email, text, call. So they're probably waiting for me to pay that $7. I'll pay the shit, but it's like, damn, they want me to pay $7, but you're a so-called billion-dollar company. 1, 2. I know a so-called bartender that gives customers free drinks, free shots, but nothing happens to them. Like, I don't want anything bad happen to the bartender just because they give people free drinks and shit. But how come they didn't talk to them about it? But I'm suspended for a fucking $7 shit. But anyway, I left. I went to the bar side in the arcade, on the arcade floor, and I was talking to like 2 different bartenders. I was like, yeah, ladies, this happened to me. I was there for like an hour. That's why you didn't see me earlier. And they're like, and one of them goes, yo, so and so could give guests free drinks, and then he'll come in high and drunk at work. And yet they did that shit to you. They did you dirty. Like, I'm genuinely pissed that happened. I'm like, exactly. And I was there for like 30 plus minutes talking to them, and I said, you know what, let me get a drink. Not a drink, but I said, let me get some water and some like ginger beer. Then a few minutes later, I feel somebody tap me on my shoulder. Same Chris. He's like, yeah, so like I said, I'll give you an update and blah blah blah. I appreciate your work. You know what that means? You're done. But he's like, yeah, he's still in. So basically, he tells me to get out. He's like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to tell you to like leave for the. And I'm like, what? Basically, I overstayed my welcome for that night. I'm not gonna cause a scene. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just giving y'all more. I'm like, fuck it, I'm out. I'm trying to give y'all more business. Fuck it. I wasn't even on the clock, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's like an update. I'll catch y'all later, and then I'm gonna tell you some more shit in like some other videos. I'm about to bounce.